Good morning. In today's video, we will continue with the chapter A Baker from Goa. So, in the previous video, I gave you a brief introduction about the Portuguese rule in India and how it affected the people of Goa as the Portuguese settled in and around Goa. So, the bakers, they are still there, and they the Portuguese, they have left Goa, but the bakers, they still exist there. So it is, if not the original one, it is the legacy that has been continued by their sons. So in the morning, the baker, he announces his arrival, and it is it is the thud of their bamboo stick that can be heard like it was heard in the olden times. So today we are going to start from page number 86. During our childhood in Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion and guide. He used to come at least twice a day. Once when he set out in the morning on his selling round, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. The jingling thud. Jingling is to make a light metallic ringing sound. So that is referred to as jingling. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. Why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. The loaves were bought by some Paskin or Bastine, the house. What we longed for were those bread bangles which we chose carefully. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. So in this, what is given here is the narrator, he is remembering he's recalling that the baker will act as a friend and companion to the children when he was a small child. So it was in Goa that there are a lot of bakers, and there are many people who still follow this profession. So it is the children who are carrying the profession of their parents, of their father. So it is that there are many bakers who are there, and these bakers, they act as friends and they act as companions during the childhood days of the narrator. So baker, he used to come twice in a day. Once, that was when he was going to sell his loaves, and the other time was when he was coming back after selling his loaves, after he used to come back with his empty basket when he had sold all the loaves. So the sound, the jingling sound that he used to make, so that was the sound the children used to get up, and it was that these children, they were so excited to meet the baker and choose the bread bangles. And these bread bangles are also referred to as kankon. And these bread bangles were made especially for the children by the bakers. So the children, they wanted these bread bangles, and it is the children were attracted towards these bread bangles, and loaves were there for the adult people, and that they were generally collected by the maid servants of the house. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jang-jang sound of his specially made bamboo staff. One hand supported the basket on his head, and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would greet the lady of the house with "Good morning," the basket on the bamboo. We kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke. Rebuke is like an expression of disapproval. And the loaves would be delivered to the servant. But we would not give up. We would climb a bench or the parapet. Parapet is a low retaining wall, and peep into the basket. Somehow, I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouths properly. And why should we? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? And why was it necessary at all? The tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. So now, in this, it is given that the baker, he used to make the musical entry on the scene, and that was by the jhang sound that he used of his sound of his specially made bamboo staff for the stick. So now what happens is the baker, what he used to do is, like, when he used to come in the morning, he used to make a musical entry, and that was like he used to hold a bamboo stick and he used to make a jhang sound with that. So one of his hand was there on the basket. It supported the basket on his head, and the other, with the other hand, he did hold the bamboo stick and he used to bang it on the ground. So he would go from one house to the other, and he used to greet all the ladies whom he met. So he used to just greet the ladies and then hand over the loaves. So the parents, what they did was that they used to rebuke their children. They would scold their children and tell them to stand aside. But the children were very eager to see into his basket, and they were excited about the rings that were there, the bread rings that were there, the bread bangles that were there. So the parents, they made the children stand aside, but what they did was they just climbed the bench or a wall and just peeped into the basket. So the children, what they did was, like, they were attracted by the fragrance of the loaves. So there were loaves that were there for the elders and the bangles for the children. And the children, what they did was, they did not bother to brush their teeth also, and they thought that it was just an unnecessary effort to pluck a mango leaf from the branch and then use it for brushing. So in the earlier times, there were no proper brushes and all. So people used to brush their teeth using the leaves or the twigs. So these children, what they thought was that there was no point brushing the teeth, and they considered brushing unnecessary. And what they felt was the hot tea, it would wash their mouth, and they thought that the animals, like the tiger, also never brushed their teeth. So they also felt there was no need to brush the teeth.